Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour. We're your hosts, Lacey and Haley.
Join us for a drink and a chat with a new Midwest small town perspective on topics that will keep you learning, laughing, and growing.
So let's get into it. Cheers!
Okay. Oh, hello and welcome. Welcome to another ASMR version of Lacey's Kids Are Asleep.
Yep, they are again. Thank
Yay.
goodness. Grant, which I don't mind, like having to actually like rub his back and put him down. Hey, I will do all of the work so that kid gets a nap. Because if he doesn't, he is a nightmare by the evening time, and that is just not fun for anyone.
Nope. What's worse than a sleepy adult? A sleepy kid.
Exactly. And yesterday I gotta take a 2-hour nap with him.
I know, dude. I'm like,
I'll take it. I don't care. I'll have a messy house. I'll nap.
Yeah.
I'll nap with my child. Because I think a lot about how one day he won't want me to lay down with him.
no.
So,
And then it's like sad.
yeah, and like one day he won't want to sleep in bed with us.
No.
Like, at least I feel like I have the best of both worlds. Thanks, Hannah Montana.
Dude.
Yeah. Because he goes to bed in his bed and then comes to our bed. So, like, he doesn't come to our bed until maybe, like, midnight, sometimes a little bit later, sometimes a little bit earlier. But at least, like, I get a...
You get some sleep without him? Jeez
Well-
Louise. You guys get to touch each other before he comes in. Cheers to that. Cheers to touching each other. Yum.
Yep. Okay, so for... If you did... Oh, God, guys, I
For
don't
what?
know.
For if you didn't what? This is the beginning of a children's book. For if you didn't. For if you didn't.
Oh, my gosh, we should read that children's book
Oh,
today.
shit. Yes. Remind me. I need to make a post on
Yeah.
Insta.
Okay, but anyway, we're drinking adrenal cocktails. And if you don't know what adrenal cocktails are,
Get out.
the last episode, everyone, if you listened, I talked a lot about my hormones and how I'm just on this like journey of like trying to feel a little bit more balanced and whatever. And so what do? You go to TikTok and you search hormone balance.
You learn your new life on TikTok.
I know.
Thanks,
Which
China.
is so funny. I did not get on TikTok until like
6 months ago.
6 months ago.
Yeah, I know. Now you're like addicted to it.
Yeah. Because there's so much information and it's like short clips to the point, and like that's all I need. I need to the point information.
Right.
But anyway,
Who's crying?
I bet it's Grant.
I can't really tell.
Me either. At first I thought it was a ambulance.
So do I. But he's not really crying. He's just like whining.
Maybe it was Graham and he found his
might-
binky.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't sound like a Graham wine though.
No.
Okay, but anyway.
Anyways.
And so I came across these adrenal cocktails, and it's like a little bit of water. You don't have to use water. You can purely use coconut water, but I like to spread it out because coconut water can get a little pricey. And honestly, I'm not like a coconut water fan. However, in this, it's fantastic. But anywho, so we put a little bit of water, like less than half water, a good chunk of coconut water, and then we juiced 1 orange per drink, and then Haley has pomegranate juice added to it, and I have beet juice added to mine, because
Organic?
organic, and I was almost out of pomegranate, so I got this beet juice because I couldn't find the pomegranate juice. So just testing it out. And yes, organic, because as I was saying in the video, I feel like if you're drinking something that's literally going straight into your system, you might as well not drink glyphosate.
What are we hearing?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have
people
no
outside.
idea.
Okay. But, yeah. Anyways, I also added some ice cubes to mine. Because
Yeah, I like mine not icy.
I need it just. Oh, and also I was gonna say, like, the coconut water, I feel like is the part that's making it a little bit like sweeter, because like the orange is sweet, but it's not like super,
Yeah.
sugary, like
Yeah.
overpowering. I
Oh,
like
and
it.
and then also like add a pinch of salt.
Oh, yeah.
Good salt, like Celtic salt or the whatever brand I have right now. It's like real
Real salt.
salt.
I think that's what I got my dad for his B-day, in the little tiny
Yeah.
shaker dude with the
Yeah, because
keychain.
that kind of salt is good for you. Table salt is what is awful for you.
It's full of sodium.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, speaking of that, I made this pork pad thai dishy thing last week.
Huh?
And because we already had like pad thai noodles
Okay.
and like all the stuff. So I did it. Oh my god, it was like we were eating pure salt, sodium.
Oh, no.
You
What?
had to drink like a gallon of water
Was
during
it because too much? It was in like the pork, or like what was
I
the
don't know
thing?
because I followed the recipe. The only thing, but I wouldn't think it would have made that big of a difference. And literally, it was like we were eating salt, but it was like a cup of soy sauce, but it said low sodium. We didn't have low sodium. I just used what we had.
Yeah, that makes it
So,
salty as.
oh my gosh, it was like this was not a win. This was absolutely awful. And I tried to eat the leftovers yesterday, and I was like, I can't.
It's almost like you need to like make another batch to like add that one in there, and that one doesn't
Yeah.
have any seasoning or anything.
Yeah, but man, oh man. So anyway, try an adrenal cocktail. But I also curious. I don't know. I just used to always think like, why would you drink juice? That's like pure sugar.
Yeah,
But now,
Welch's is.
but
or
also
whatever.
now I feel like there's more knowledge about what juice is good for, and it has a time and a place. And because I would be like, why would you give my kid juice? I would never give my kids juice.
It has vitamins.
But I think again,
Vitamins.
time and a place, and more
You have to give the kids
information about it.
things every once in a while. Like, they're gonna get a Capri Sun at their friend's house, and if it takes until they're 10 years old, they're gonna be mad at you that you never.
No, because like when we have pool days, they drink Capri Sun literally all day long.
You just don't want them to do it 7 days a week. Is that what you're saying?
No, or like every day or whatever. Flint's been on like a cereal kick, and I'm like, do you know what is in the cereal? Not good stuff. So please stop buying it because Grant thinks it's fantastic.
Of course he does. It's freaking amazingly delicious. Like, yeah, it's like McDonald's French fries. Like, you can make all the French fries you want in this house, but like once he goes to McDonald's and has those French fries, he's gonna be like,
it's good. However, I just want my house to be like good for
pure,
your food.
organic.
When you're out in the
homemade.
world, whatever.
Yeah, Jaffiel. I mean, and this is the place where you have the control to do that. So.
Right, and I read a lot about how it's like just a little bit is in your lotion, just a little bit of like bad stuff is in your food, just a little bit. But if a little bit of bad whatever, bad toxins are in everything,
Right.
and you're consuming everything that
Yeah.
has a little bit, which is okay to have,
Yeah.
then that means like your body literally has too much going on. And I'm just trying to make my body's life easier when it's trying to clean shit out. Like
Right.
my body has the ability to do it, but when you overload it so much, it's like
You're
it
just
comes out
full
in
of
different directions. Like
your
acne,
your
what the fuck is going on with that? And just all the things. So I'm just trying. I'm just
Yeah.
trying my best over here.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Just try your best and don't overload yourself with craziness and stuff. Like,
Right. I go through phases.
there's a book that I think I have it or I read it. Somebody let me borrow it. I think it's called something like Made from Scratch, and the book's all about things that are worth it to make at home versus not. Like, churning butter is like you need so much cream to make a little bit of butter.
I just watched a video on how to make butter this morning.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where your time and money, like, it's more
Right.
worth it to just go buy it from the
Right.
store, because like your time is also valuable and you can't spend like 6 hours churning butter.
No.
Like, it just is what it is. And so it's just
Right.
one of those things where it's like, just go buy it from the store, buy good. We went camping this weekend and we needed butter. We forgot butter, and so we were at the store, and there's like Land O'Lakes. I can't believe it's not butter. And everything is $5 right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened in America, but like everything is just $5. And so I'm like, I pick up like the I can't believe it's not butter, and I pick up like some like Imperial or whatever, because the other, like the Land O'Lakes, okay, it's fine, whatever, I know. But there's like 60 ingredients, and I'm just like, what even
Why
is this? I'm so pissed. And then so like in the next refrigerator door, there was one little section, and it was like the Kerrygold, and I pick it up, and it's like cream and milk or whatever, and I'm like, this is what I want. I just want 2 fucking ingredients that I know what they are.
Why are 5,000 ingredients in literally everything? It like pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, I just also watched a like little clip of like, what was it? Oh gosh, I can't remember exactly, but it was like, what this is what the ingredient for same product ingredient list in the UK and the ingredient list in the United States, and the UK, like, it had cane sugar in it and whatever, but ours also had cane sugar and like 5,000 other things, and it was like,
because our FDA lets that shit like go through,
which is so weird, because I feel like when you think of America, you think we're the best, we know how to do things, we take care of our people, and it's like, no, you don't.
That's because you hang out with too many white men in their 50s that think that other people don't think that. Oh, literally. Come to the bar that I work at, and that is the vibe. Go anywhere else, and people are like, they're worried about what's going on. But middle-aged white men, not worried. Old white men, not worried.
And the thing that I hate about like that generation is like, we survived. First of all, you didn't have all of the stuff that is now put in it, like now put in products.
Right.
You didn't have all of that back then.
Right.
And when you did start having all of that crap put in your products and your food, like, you survived, but how many people have cancer? How many people have heart issues? How many
of their friends are dead?
I like look around and I'm like, why do all the old people look unhealthy?
Well, I just also think it's education. I mean, like, there are some healthy older people, but education, but it's also like, so why are you giving me crap saying you survived? We survived on it, like, or we're doing fine. How are you doing?
Like,
do you take blood pressure medicine and high cholesterol medicine?
Why not? Yeah, you survived, great. And I'm here. I'm well. I ate like garbage.
I'm here to thrive, not survive.
But that doesn't mean we shouldn't do better. If you know better, do better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is a good one. I just had one last night where he's been off the bread for a while and the red meat, but he came back to the red meat and then off the bread.
See, again, that is incorrect information. What else are you eating? What are you consuming? Red meat is fantastic for you, everyone. Red meat is not giving you heart issues. It's literally everything else.
He said,
why are we told this information?
He said the doctor is trying to tell him that he's diabetic. And that it's like pissing him off that they're trying to like put him on medication and stuff. It's not funny because it's so true. And so he decided that he doesn't want any medicine or anything, and that he's just going to change his lifestyle. And then that way he'll go back.
No more protein,
he'll go back and just Busch Light. And then he'll go back. Oh, and are you drinking water? Like, do you have like a water like in your truck all day where you're like working? And he told me like, well, yeah, I'll get a water like at the gas station or whatever. And then I found out like, no, he gets a cup full of ice and then chews on ice nuggets and says that's like his water intake. And then so I'll have a coffee, a bucket of ice nuggets, and then maybe a glass of water with lunch. But then a soda and then Busch Light. And he's coming into the bar like, I'm off the bread.
The bread's what's doing it. Bread and red meat.
And potatoes. No bread, no potatoes. For a while, it was no red meat and no fried foods.
Maybe no bread from the store. That's fine. Right. Because that also has 5,000 ingredients. And that's why I started making my own bread.
Like, it couldn't be that every Monday you eat a cheeseburger.
Right.
You know, like, even though you're skipping the fries, it's not really, like, the whole entire point, you know. But I don't know. I just, you know, you can't you can't tell them nothing.
No.
Man, I mean, even these doctors are having to look at these guys and go, you know what, I think you have diabetes, but maybe you're right. Maybe you should just lay off the hamburgers and bread, and everything will just turn right around.
Right.
Like, it couldn't be that you have Busch Light 7 days a week,
Right.
12 or more, I would guess.
Oh my gosh, what a poison.
Also, it's like, what's in Busch Light?
Right.
It's not
probably not good
corn
stuff.
and
Good
water. Like, there's water in it. Like, yeah, it freaking tastes like it. It's gross.
Man,
like,
it's really just so interesting.
yeah.
And I don't think you should, because I feel like some people will be like, well, you also like need to live your life and enjoy it. But I enjoy my life. I feel like I have a pretty good balance going right now. But when I think of my future, I want to be healthy and strong and live as long as I possibly can, specifically for my boys. And if they choose to have kids, be around for them and be able to be active with them and be able to like try to do all of the things. And I don't want to get cancer.
I feel like I'm 50% that, but I'm also 50% like, I'm just going to live fast and die young.
But please don't.
Yeah,
also.
but then I'm not going to die young, and I'm going to have to deal with the consequences like all these fucking old people that I'd be hanging out with that are like, well, my doctor said. Yeah, but it's more fun to just be... You know, I'm only 30. How bad could the consequences be?
Like, I've like read something that when you turn 36, that's technically like half of your life, because statistically, I guess women's age, like when they die, is like 78 or something like that. Or I don't know. But isn't that wild?
Yeah, well, good. Over the hill.
Age is so weird. When you think about people aging, and I was just talking about this on Sunday, but like when I think of my group of friends and the people that I'm around a lot, and I'm like thinking of their age and my age and just
it is weird.
Trying to be like, we're getting older. That's so weird.
Yeah, and it's got to be like, the weird thing is, well, especially like we hang out with our dads, so they're like remembering us as like Grant and Graham, but now we're like full adults, and so but that's also the weird part of us getting older is like the kid I used to babysit is going to be 18, and I'm like,
when did that happen?
How are you a full person adult thing that like drives and
does things?
But that's got to be how everybody felt about us.
Right, exactly. But like lately, I guess only the last few days, I've been feeling kind of like not nostalgic, but also maybe a little bit sad when I think about like our parents getting older and just like
roughness. Yeah, because like my dad will go, I can't just do that shit anymore. Like, I can't take it anymore, you know.
Sad?
And it's like, yeah, but also, yes, you can. I made you walk like 2 miles in Mexico, and you're fine.
Right.
Just
also,
give you a beer at
take
the
care
end.
of yourself. You'll be able to do that. Because when you think about it, 60s, like in your 60s, is not that old.
No, not anymore.
No,
not
it's
anymore
not
at all. I mean, dude, these Jack and Phyllis that I help out, like Jack, he's 92, and he is like, it like annoys him that he can't just like kind of go do whatever he wants, but he also is aware, and it like pisses him off that he can't like remember things. Like we'll go walk around the other side of the house, and we'll come back, and he'll be like, what have you guys been doing? It's like, we're gone for like 5 minutes. We're on the other side of the house. No big deal. But he's like getting ready to get on the horn to be like, dude, where are you guys at? But I saw him looking through like one of his boxes, and it had like weird random like parts in it. And I was like, oh, it looks like parts to whatever. And he goes, oh, I don't remember where it is. And I'm like, I also do that, Jack. I am 30 years old. Like, you are 92. It's acceptable to not remember where the thing is.
But, man, like, one of my biggest fears is, like, getting dementia.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know if, like, dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever it is, but, like, you just forget shit anyways. Like,
right.
I don't think that that's necessarily Alzheimer's or dementia, but, like, the older you get, just, like,
you forget things.
The rougher it is.
But that still could be frustrating, right?
Like, incredibly. It's already incredibly frustrating. Like, I will do the shit where I go walk in the back room at the bar and I go,
what was I doing?
And then I have to go walk back up front, and then I look around, and I go, oh yeah, I did that, and then I was going to go do this. Okay, now I remember what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. No,
Not
I
old
did the
enough
same
for this
thing.
shit. Like,
Right.
am I? I guess I am. What
Right.
the fuck? That's why we need to drink for our adrenals.
Yep. Drink
This'll
those
help us.
adrenals.
And do memory games, and
Yeah.
because I mean, I feel like the more they find out, like the more they discover that like Alzheimer's is kind of not really like treatable, but like preventable, kind of.
Yeah, but by what you put in your body.
Mm-hmm.
For real. And like
Obviously.
seed oil is like linked to one of those two.
Why though? Like I just because you never ate it before.
It's whatever something that is specifically in seed oil, some compound.
Oh, it gives you the Zymers,
Yeah.
the Altsies.
Gives you something. That's for real.
You know, so one of them probably give you a boner if you freaking dig deep enough into all that material.
Right. I just feel like if you try to eat whole foods, take care of yourself by exercising, like doing those things, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I said that. I might have already said this anyways, but I know I said it when I was at Talladega. I was like, I probably could be like in shape or whatever if I just like got off the 3 Bs, burgers, beers, and birth control. I'd be all right. Oh, freaking pray for me,
I would say
everybody.
birth control and beers because, again, burgers are fine.
Right. Yes, I agree. But like I pray for me. I'm going to get if anybody has a next
when
one
are you
on,
going?
hit me up. I need to make my appointment, but
You keep saying that.
I am going to a general practitioner
Oh, yeah.
in 2 days. And
Okay.
so I'm going to, that's going to be my second opinion. But this birth control is no longer active after like October 20th or something like that.
Eek.
Yeah, so I have to get it removed anyway. Or like, I don't know, probably could just keep it in my arm for the rest of my life. Hope it goes to my lungs like that one girl.
Oh, God.
No. But, so I'm just going to like ask him about it. And then make an appointment with my gynecologist, and then be like, just
I'm going to give
fucking
you
get it out of me.
that book, Woman Code.
Oh yeah, are you done with it?
Yeah.
Nice. How do you feel at the end of that book now?
I mean, I feel like it all makes sense.
Okay.
It all makes sense. The first half is like data, scientific stuff like
I remember you said that was hard to get through.
yes, because I was like, I'm going through issues now. I need some info now. I need some info, everyone. But I think some of my biggest takeaway is honestly just listening to your body and giving it the nutrients that it needs and understanding when you do something or you eat something or you drink something, there's ultimately going to be some form of reaction. So like drinking a glass of wine, studies show that even just a glass of wine on your period makes your cramps worse. Like, just understanding things like that. And
That's like the paying attention part too, to like
right. And it's
instead of
like
just
your
being like
body will tell you, like when you're about to start your period, like you can feel it. If you're tracking your cycle, you know you're about to
Unless
start your
you're me.
period. So like like don't like overly push yourself.
right.
Like take a chill when
Eat
then when you
good.
and then
Drink
when
a
you
lot of water.
start taking iron supplements.
right.
And then once your period starts, continue taking your iron supplements and eat warming foods because that's what your body wants at that time. And like do yoga, Pilates, walking. That's not the time to like push yourself.
Right.
And then when you're coming out, like you're starting to work back up into more intensive workouts. And then when you're going through like your ovulation phase, that's when you start like really hitting the gym hard.
Okay.
And like eating salads and high protein. I mean, you should be eating high protein throughout the
Right,
the
but
month.
you're like,
But, like-
ravenous on your period.
Like yes, and that's when you should be getting after it. And then after your ovulation phase, so again, like maybe the week before you start your period again, you kind of like
just work itself out to where you know what stage in your cycle you're in, and then
and not putting so much stress on yourself or pressure that you have to do the same or be the same every single day. Like
Right.
a man can do the same workout and be as intense
Right.
and eat whatever he eats on like a regular basis every single day. A man has that possibility because their hormones fluctuate within a 24-hour period. So it's the same every single day.
right.
For a woman, that's just not the case. Like our hormones fluctuate when we're menstruating, when we're
Right.
coming off, they're coming up high, right? And then
Right.
it's like
Right.
dipping back down.
Yeah, and so you just have to listen to what your body wants to do then, or
Right.
test
And
stuff
it's like-
out and then go, this
like-
made me feel bad, this made me feel good.
That simple conversation, I feel like, why isn't that simple conversation just had? Two young women
Yeah.
before they start their period.
Yeah, they just go, and these are tampons, and these are pads, and blood's gonna happen like once
Yeah.
a month. Like you have a
You might get
28-day
moody.
cycle. Yeah, and it's like, also just be like, oh, too bad there's not like a support group, for like, okay, all these girls can get together once a month and we talk about how bad our periods are and stuff. Because I feel like when we were in school, it was like embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like nobody, like,
It was.
you'd have to go, do you have a tampon? And
Yeah.
then like,
Yeah.
sneak it like in your shirt and then go
Yeah.
to the bathroom and
It's
be like,
almost like a
"Ugh."
bad thing. Like,
Right. And really, it's not. It happens to everyone.
right.
Pads are fine. Tampons are fine. Menstrual cups
Yeah.
are fine. Do whatever
It's
you
like
want.
the two big things that I think need to be like brought to schools' attention when they are teaching this thing. Yes, parents should also be teaching their kids things.
Yes.
However, not all parents are fantastic.
Well, and
but it's like
ignorance is,
bliss.
Yeah,
right?
and some
So,
people
like,
just don't know.
Nutrition
Yeah.
at a young age needs to be like brought into the equation. And I'm sorry, not the fucking food pyramid that the government hands out. I'm sorry.
It's different now, right?
I bet it still sucks.
It's not
balls.
very good. Yeah, it's still like eat bread, and the bread's still like the big one. Remember, like it was like bread and grains and stuff was like the big one at the bottom, and then meat, and then like vegetables and fruits, and then like sugary stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know. It
Just
makes
fucking-
absolutely no sense. It's literally the dumbest thing I've ever looked at in my life.
Right, and then that's just like ingrained in our heads that like bread is good. But
Right. I mean, I don't have a problem with bread. The bread I have a problem with is the store-bought kind.
right, exactly.
Because I feel like people have been eating bread for ages.
yeah, but I also think they're more doing the things of like carbs, proteins. Like they're kind of breaking it more into like that
Right.
instead of like fruits, vegetables, meat, bread. It's
Right.
more like carb, protein, sugar,
Yeah.
vitamins, whatever.
Right. And like having the knowledge that like honey and maple syrup have amazing benefits for you. Cane sugar? No.
Right.
Swap out cane sugar for honey. You can do that in any recipe, anyone. If you're making anything and it calls for white sugar, cane sugar, swap it out for honey or maple syrup.
It's good.
It's even better.
Good.
Like I think it's even better. But it's just like why
And
we know better. The people know better.
Yeah.
So why
You
do
know
I
what it
feel
is?
like things aren't changing to like help our youth
right,
thrive?
Right, because even
Because you can't trust parents all the time.
yeah, because Bloomington Normal is like the highest eating out per capita in like
Yeah,
the
because we
country.
have so many restaurants. That's all we have to do.
Right, and so a lot of parents are obviously probably taking their kids out or they're ordering food or whatever, and so it's like, are you learning anything by that?
Right.
Like you get food ordered or whatever.
Right, and that's
So-
like another thing. The more food you order, like, so when you start cooking, you're by smelling the food cooking and by actively like chopping things up, your brain is now switching to we're about to eat.
Right.
So then your digestive like hormones, enzymes, and all that stuff start building up because they know they need to digest food shortly.
right, instead of like it just shows up
Yeah.
and then you just like sit in front of the TV and consume.
Yes. It's like it blows my mind how much our body does and what our body does. And like that's what I'm interested in. Please teach me that in school. Which you think about
and-
like kids, like are they actually interested in that? No,
No, but I
probably
mean,
not.
it is what it is. Like health class for us was like, don't have sex. You
Yeah.
will get pregnant and die. Like,
Yeah, like I
and what else did we learn? Like anatomy. Like I don't even think we learned.
I don't think we did either.
anything. We also took like driver's ed. I'm pretty sure in the same 45-minute period.
Yes, we did. I'm pretty positive.
In our head, we did, but it was definitely separate.
For real. I always thought that. I'm like, was that the same class?
When we're learning health and driver's ed at the same time, it's like, all right, everybody, pull out your other books. Like, or no, I won't say that. Like, you guys got to leave now for lunch so that me and who can practice our health.
No.
I know you can't say anything like that.
Haley. But yeah, I just wish we
Everybody.
did better. But it's also like, is there anything I can do to help?
Everybody, yeah. Yeah.
Rock your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. You can show your boys Backstreet Boys, and
Yeah.
then that'll help them. Everything will be fine then.
Yeah. You
That's
know
all
what
you
I
have to
saw?
do. What?
So trolls, you know how Justin and Sync. So Justin is one of the trolls, the
Okay.
main guy troll.
Yes.
I just saw
JT?
I saw a like ad for a new Trolls movie, and it's him. It's based on him, and his family was in a band, and then they broke up because they were like feisty. They like got in arguments. They were not having it, so they broke
Okay.
up, and his girlfriend Poppy or whatever
Oh,
is
yeah.
like, no, let's.
Let's do the band.
Right, so it's like bringing the band back, but they didn't say in the preview whether or not like the rest of NSYNC was joining. So then in my head, I'm like, is this kind of shady?
Wait, is it NSYNC?
Yeah,
Oh, like
Justin Timberlake,
yeah, and then like Lance and
all of them. I don't know if those
Joey.
people are in the movie.
Brian. Lance, Joey, Brian. Shit. There's one more, and he really carried him too. Brian was
Joey?
no, Joey Fatone, yeah. Lance Bass, Joey Fatone, Brian Simpson.
I don't
No,
know.
that's not right. And then there was another one. And JT. Shit. I
Yeah.
just watched one of the music videos the other
You
day.
have your phone.
Oh, yeah. Also,
But again, I was like, is that kind of shady? Like if they're not in it?
I mean, no. Justin Timberlake had his own solo career for like
I know, but the whole point of the Trolls, it's just funny and ironic that he's
JC. That's who I was thinking of. JC Chazez. And Chris Kirkpatrick. Oh, Chris Kirkpatrick, not. I was thinking of Brian. That was Backstreet Boys. Chris Kirkpatrick started it. So Chris, JC, Justin, Lance, and Joey.
Oh, speaking of boy bands, I like went down a weird rabbit hole of Harry Styles and what's his nuts? What's his name?
The other one.
Yeah. That they were dating?
Did you see the way they like look at each other and
Yes,
stuff?
and I was like, this is interesting.
see, that's why China has to keep TikTok for us because we need to know about these little like looky-loos that they like give
but
each other and
I
stuff.
Also read or like scrolled through TikTok and saw that like that guy did a documentary and that's why this is coming to light. So I haven't watched the documentary and like because the whole thing is like I believe blah whatever his name is.
Yeah, we're so good with knowing people's names.
One Direction was here and then gone. So.
Nobody even knew what One Direction was. Weren't they just on like a Disney show? Is that probably how we knew it?
No, they got famous from
Louis Tomlinson. That's who you're thinking of. Or are you thinking of Zayn?
No, not Zayn.
Louis.
No, there's a Louis. That's him.
Yeah.
Well, so Louis was like known for being gay, like
Yeah.
not known for being gay, but it was like known. It was public.
Yeah.
I think what's weird is that like I mean,
Harry's gay.
he hasn't
or
came
whatever.
out, but
he's like
he's bisexual. I'm
yeah.
pretty positive.
right. Who gets
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
And which whatever, but this guy I guess is like making claims that they were like lovebirds.
Just say I don't get this whole thing of like secret dating. I mean, also I'm not famous yet.
Yet.
Yeah. But like, I don't know, just tell people what's going on or whatever. Like
Right, but maybe they just want to keep their life private. And they
because-
were young.
right, and
They were young when that was happening. And Harry was like the hottie. So I wonder if he was like
and they came from
trying to give that sex
Right.
appeal and he wasn't ready to say, hey, I'm bisexual.
this is my life.
Ladies still like me.
Yeah, what was
Because that was their like drawing was the ladies love them.
right? Were they on like X Factor or The Voice?
I think X Factor.
yeah,
Simon,
UK. Yeah.
Simon Cowell.
Yeah, and so like maybe that was like one of those things too where their like manager or whatever was like kiss each other on the lips all you want in your bedrooms, but like when you come
Yeah.
out you guys have to be like
Right.
separate because
But
I need
if you watch
girls to
those
be
videos, they're like
yeah, and they do little things. They
Yeah.
just like the touchies and like the looky-loos and you're like you guys are
you guys were doing the deed.
Wayne Brady came out as pansexual. It's kind of like old news now. Wayne Brady.
Who's that?
He was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? He was the black guy.
Can you show me?
Yeah, he's on let's make a deal or something now.
So he came out as gay?
He came out as pansexual.
Wait, what does pansexual mean?
I want you to guess what you think it means.
Anything and everything.
Yeah, basically, you're right. It's Wayne Brady.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows who Wayne
Yeah.
Brady is.
I'm not good with names.
Yeah, but he made this crazy, like, production, like, TikTok video
So
of, like, people, like, dancing
I
around.
don't care what you are.
Literally, I don't care what genitals you have. I will welcome it into my life. But he just made this, like, literally, I'll show you after this, like, huge, production, like, people dancing around and stuff, like, this huge video. And then it was a big, long caption about how he's pansexual. And I'm just like,
When did that term come to life?
well, okay, let's not like pretend like these are all, it was LGBT was like the original, so lesbian, gay, bi, trans, and then QIA came out after that, so Q is queer, intersex,
But isn't gay the same
asexual.
as queer?
No, because
It's just whatever name you want to be
Harry
called.
Styles is like queer. Like Elton
little
Elton John is like
flamboyant?
queer.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong. Don't listen to me. Don't come at me. Tell me I am wrong, but don't be like, cancel these people from their 100 views. They're wrong.
Right.
But, like, who gives a shit? Like,
Right.
Wayne Brady, hey, just show us your partner. Or I guess maybe he is
Right.
just putting it out there like, hey, if you look like a boy and have a vagina, I don't care. And he's trying to
Right.
like find somebody to
But
love.
but again,
It's just
I just don't understand why people like feel like they need to put themselves out there or like celebrate any way, shape, or form. Like,
celebrate. I get it. Like, especially if you're gay or whatever, because
Right.
it's like you've been repressed or oppressed, whatever. That's why they have like pride parades and stuff. Because oh my god, like literally, it's so.
I know.
It's crazy what people say. Okay, there are those signs on the road that say like gunsavelife.com, and they always have like little doodly bobs that are like a woman alone walking to her car would be better off if she could shoot him in the nuts or whatever, like kind of thing. And so I looked on their website because one of the guys at the bar was like, I gotta go to a meeting tonight because they're trying to take my babies away and I won't let them. And he's like, and by babies, I mean guns. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, whatever you're saying.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah. And so he was like, I have to go to this meeting to make sure that they don't take him away. And he's like, because that is just, like, how could you take him away? That is my God-given right. He goes, all these people can paint their toenails, which by people he meant men, obviously. And he goes, and you don't see me running around and I'm the emperor being like, why don't we just take all your toenails off? And I'm like, okay. And he goes, yeah, because you know what? Fuck it. I'll even say, why don't we just take all your toes off? Matter of fact, go to the feet. Then we don't even have to worry about nothing getting painted down there. And I was like, yeah. Okay. I was like,
Right.
have fun at your meeting. I'm glad you're not drinking before you're going.
Yeah.
Because he just came in for a Coke. And I was like, yeah.
Already
please.
fired up.
Yeah, but this website was quite the website. Holy shit. It was like really
Wait, what website?
gunsavelife.com. We defend your right to defend yourself.
Okay.
The articles were pretty funny.
How do you feel?
I don't know. Sometimes I'd be like, take all the guns away and then we all can't shoot each other. And then sometimes I go like, well, it is like your right to bear arms, but also it's your right to be a well-regulated militia, which like that ain't happening around here. You're not a freaking well-regulated militia. What are you gonna do? Oh, the only thing that can save people from a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Like, you're dumb. No, it's not. We defend your right to defend yourself. So they come out with Gun News magazine and they print around 20,000 a month. And then
Okay.
they have these like meetups. We have great speakers at our meetings. We're famous for a lot of things. Our members lobby the Illinois General Assembly aggressively. We've gotten internationally.
Because anything done aggressively is good.
We've gotten international publicity taking broken down, rusty junk up to Chicago to sell to the gun-hating do-gooders for perfectly good cash that we then used to buy ammo for kids to attend the nation's longest-running NRA youth shooting camp. Oh yes, we also buy a couple of guns to give to a couple of lucky participants with Chicago's money as well. Like, you guys are just city haters.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
And again, I just feel like, why do people have to be like aggressive or like say like that was kind of like, hey, like why don't we just take a chill pill, everyone?
Right, the dude
Take some mushrooms and like just chill the F out and reevaluate your life and really come to terms with we are all just humans and we don't need to hate each other or have opinions, like strong enough opinions about what other people are doing. The only like one of my hills that I will die on, however, is the conversation of transitioning being taught to kids. I'm not about that. I'm not about like you should not be given hormones or the option.
You mean hormone blockers.
Hormone blockers or anything cut off or amputated or whatever when you were that young. I feel like
do you know what the argument is?
I want to be.
Do you know what the argument is?
In like terms of
not letting kids take hormone blockers and stuff? Is that they're killing themselves.
Gonna kill themselves. I have definitely heard that. I feel like if that is the case, if your kid comes to you and says that they need to transition or they don't feel normal in their bodies, I think you do the steps in order to protect them mentally as best as you can and accepting them while they are in this state and also explaining to them like no matter what, I love you.
Right, but sometimes it's not enough. Like, and kids are just like
I get that. I get it. But I just don't think it's appropriate for kids to get things. I mean, sometimes I think about how tomboyish I was, and I think about how my mom is. If I went to her and I was like, I want to play football. I want to be a guy out there.
Yeah. She would have let you transition.
She would have let me transition 1,000%.
My dad would have as well. My dad is so enabling. He wanted
I love being a woman.
Right, but my dad wanted me to be a boy. Like, literally, he still goes, that's my boy. And, like, pats me on the back and stuff. Like, yeah, Dad, if it was now and I was like, maybe I should be a boy.
Right.
You would have let me. And he was like, And I go, yes, huh? I know you would have because you don't tell me no.
Right. And it's like, I just feel like something that is permanent because when you do take hormone blockers, yes, you can take them off. However, when you are hitting puberty and like that's when things are changing and your body is evolving and whatever.
Right.
Like when you say you turn 20, say you started taking them when you're 12.
Okay.
When you turn 20 and you're like, what was I doing? I was a confused teenager.
Right.
And then you go off them, you're not.
It's not going to be the same.
It's not
You're
going to
probably
be
going to
the
have
same.
to retake different kinds of hormones or whatever.
Yes, and it's
like,
all synthetic. And they were talking about how there's now hormones that men can take to produce milk.
Oh, cool.
No, it's not, because that milk isn't real milk and it's actually causing issues for babies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't be just
why do we feel like we need to go so far? Like, what the fuck? If you are a biological male and you want to transition, cool, that's fine. You are now a female. That doesn't mean you can do all the female things.
Right. You can't get pregnant. You can't have a baby, and
you should not be
milk.
breastfeeding. You should not have milk, synthetic milk coming out of your nipples.
Well, but we feed babies formula. What the fuck's the difference?
I don't think the formula is being made with. It's probably being made with shitty stuff. However, it's not like a hormone going into a body to trying to produce something that's not actually there.
Yeah, that's all super weird.
I just want to leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Because especially like young kids, like when you're absorbing stuff,
it's bad enough to give them rock and roll.
And you're just like
You're dumb. You're a dumb idiot until at least 25.
Yes, 1,000%. And that's my thought process is that I don't think you should commit to transitioning until you're 25. I don't give two shits what people do with their lives.
Right, but
whatever. However, like
we do
when
know
it's like
trans
with the
people
kids,
who love their life.
yes, and I'm not saying that's wrong.
Right,
All
but
I'm
they should have
saying,
had to wait
all
until they
I'm
were
saying
25.
is that I feel like there's too much of a conversation, like in schools. Like
Is that true though? Do you know that
yes,
they're teaching it in school?
Yep, I have an example at U High.
And they're telling kids to tell their parents that they want hormone blockers.
No, but it's just like opening up that conversation that if you don't feel like you are the gender that you are,
I don't think
like,
that's a bad thing. Because
I-
nobody ever asked us if we were gay. We just said it when we were 12 for like a week. And then,
right,
but we
because
didn't know.
like we thought we were like
Yeah,
in,
but maybe if an
and it's-
adult asked
and-
us, like, or if an adult gave us information, like, hey, if you are, like, feeling weird, like, you like boys or girls or whatever, like, that's fine. Then maybe we would be like, okay, I'm not gay, obviously. But instead, it was, like, weirdness. And so we were like, I'm gay for, like, a week.
right,
like I
but
said.
in my head, that's what the issue is. So, like, when kids are like, oh, like, and it's kind of like the popular thing to do right now.
Right.
My concern is that kids are going to convince themselves because they want to be in, like, they want to be noticed, they want to be in a community, they want to
Right.
be loved, they want to be accepted. All kids do.
Right.
So
But
they might
become gay or whatever.
overdo it. Oh my
Do you
gosh, I
wanna-
watched this clip. This was like 10 years ago. I don't even know. But it was a hot minute ago, everyone.
Okay.
Before like LGBTQ, before like all of that stuff even
Before
like
people were
popped
gay.
up. Before it was like
A thing.
this thing.
Yes.
And there was this mom and her son, and he was, I can't remember how old, either like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, in that general
Okay.
area.
12-ish.
And he like grew his hair out, wore dresses, did all the thing, like wanted to be a girl.
Okay.
And his mom like accepted that, and he was seeing this doctor.
Okay.
And she was on the Today Show.
Okay.
So her and her son were on the Today Show.
Okay.
And talking about it, and like Hoda was like,
Oh, yeah.
like, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel? Does it make you nervous? Like asking the mom, like this is
A big deal.
This is a big deal. You want to help him transition at
Yeah.
such a young age. Like, are you concerned about that? And she was like, full on, nope. Like, his doctor's okay with it. And
can do
then
whatever he
Hoda
wants.
had the doctor come on, like, talked
Yeah.
about it, whatever. And in this clip, like, they're videoing the mom and her son, and she was like, do you want to, like, you want to be a girl? And the son, who looks like a girl at this point, is like, yeah, I think so.
Oh no. Good thing he went on the fucking Today Show to learn that, lady. Like, Jesus
And she was like,
Christ.
wait, are you
Are you like having second thoughts?
right? And he's like, I might want to be a boy.
Oh my god, yeah, because it's
Again,
a dumb idiot
when
child.
you are a child, and that mom was going to be transitioning her child. See, that's not what I'm okay with.
Right, because, yeah, no, don't be giving your kids crazy, like, surgeries. Or
And it's like,
whatever.
as a parent, you should know, like, obviously, you know your kid the best.
Right.
And it's our job to help them have, like, a good, healthy head on their shoulders.
Right.
To understand themselves and have open and honest conversations with you.
Right.
So, hopefully, your kid doesn't fall into the trap of, I want to go down this path because I want to be accepted. I want to be cool. I want to be interesting. I want, like, this is the
be a
thing
part of
to
this
be.
and this and this,
Right.
and everybody's gonna be my friend now because
Right.
I'm interesting.
Right. That's the only
why we
thing
said
that I'm
we were,
like concerned.
We said we were like gay because then
Yeah,
people would
or
be like, "Oh wow."
emo, or like emo.
Yes,
like, what?
exactly. Oh my god, we were super emo.
So come on, resident black warriors.
I just moved my poster. I put it by my bedside because I don't know what to do with it. Went and saw Hawthorne Heights like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Something like
Maybe
that.
it was even,
I
like,
remember
2
I
years
was
ago
jealous.
by
I was
now.
like, why? I didn't know you were going.
Well, yeah, it was like a Tuesday night because they had to cancel a show in Chicago and you had to show your vaccine card. Think of it.
Oh.
And everybody had to wear masks, but it only lasted for like 5 minutes that everybody was wearing their mask because everybody was drinking.
Right.
Weird. Weird how that happened. Ooh, I was watching something the other day. Oh, I watched Shane Gillis's new special on Netflix. It's funny. He said he went on a like presidential tour, and anyways, doesn't matter. He said when they went inside the house, they weren't allowed to talk inside because of COVID.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things that's like, wasn't that like a funny, like we just made up rules? Like,
Yes.
you can't talk inside, you'll give each
Yeah.
other COVID, but outside, it's fine. Like, what?
There's more space.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah, dude, but freaking COVID is going back around. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I sanitize.
Are you going to get the booster?
No, I haven't gotten one. Not a single booster.
Good.
None of the boosters.
I support
just regular old.
that decision.
I got the Pfizer, I think. I think I got the Pfizer. But you know why I got it? And I think I said this on the pod. No, maybe not, because it was like last August or whatever. Is because I hung out with a bunch of moron idiots that were like calling me dumb, and it was just a really long weekend for me. And they all said how much the vaccine was stupid, and they were willing to get fired over it. And then I went and got vaccinated because I was like, I'm smarter than these people. What am I gonna do? Act like an idiot, like these a-holes? And I stand by my decision. No regrets.
I mean, can't take anything back now.
Yeah, it changed my mRNA that I already had in my body. Like, all the freaking other shit that I put in there has been so delightful. Literally, it's fine. I didn't die or get myocarditis. Sorry to young men.
Wait, what is that?
It's heart stuff.
Oh, that's a struggle. Yeah, I didn't take it. I was pregnant with Graham.
Right.
When
And
it
so
came
they
out.
were like,
And
don't.
no, they were pushing it on pregnant women the most.
Oh.
Yes, there were no studies done on pregnant women.
Well,
Like, I'm sorry, this is a new vaccine. How do you know it's actually safe for pregnant women? There's a lot of vaccines that pregnant women can't get or shouldn't get that they
Right.
say not to get. So it was just so confusing. I was like, this is a new vaccine. I have a child that I need to protect. And
Right.
yes, you could say the other side of the story is, well, don't you want to protect him from
COVID. Yes.
But I was inside my house almost all of the time.
Right.
So it was like,
It's
I'm
also
not
like, what
risking
would
that.
you rather do? Get COVID, like, which you know is going to be fucked up, or get this vaccine, which you don't know if it's going to be fucked up or
Yeah,
not? Like, I'd rather get
exactly.
the fucked up thing that I know
Right.
instead of, like, growing a third eye or something. Like,
right,
who knows what's going to happen.
right.
But all I was going to say is that
But don't worry, boosters should be available next week. I heard it on the
we're
radio.
not talking about it anymore. We watched Hannah Montana today,
Oh yeah, we did.
and I just love it so much. And I just want
Good old
to
Miley.
I just want to ask everybody that if you think, honestly though, I am such like a plain Jane that like maybe if I did put a crazy wig on and I like did my makeup and I wore some like sparkles,
Yeah.
I could just be like,
What's your name?
I'm
Jane.
Hannah.
Oh, you're right.
No, because okay, so Miley to Hannah. So what would be like my name? I would be like Jazz's Sparkle Box. Like no, that's what I would name my bar. I think if I ever had one. Because that's
Would you
what I
play
call
jazz?
my.
Oh, your vagina?
It's my Sparkle Box.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, cute.
Wow.
I don't know. Tweet at me, or I mean,
Yeah.
Instagram at me.
Yeah.
What
What would
mine-
Haley's name be?
What would my name be if I was?
Because it wouldn't be Dreads.
I would have like a stage name. Oh, what if I did like Red, like Reba?
Ooh.
Yeah, call me Heba. Heba. Reckon
Ember. We can
buyer.
call you Ember.
Yeah, or I could go by Emerald, which was gonna be my.
What would be your
name.
genre? Or like what would be like your what would you be famous for?
Oh, it would definitely be like pop. Like I would, and it would be like my dancing. Pop it, lock it, polka, dot it, country pop and hip hop it.
Yep.
I did learn it at one point, but
Yeah.
it
So
was
did I. And we did it at prom junior year.
yeah, but it was even bad then. Like we weren't like
Yeah.
good at it.
No,
We're
not
not
at all.
very good like dancers.
I'm an awful
unfortunately.
dancer.
Yeah,
Not good at
Got a
that.
little liquor in me though. Oh, I bought from the TikTok shop this little ring. It's like a peacock ring that goes around, and you're supposed to be able
let
to
me see
like run your yarn through it while you're like knitting or crocheting. so that you don't have to like
Yeah,
keep it
it's
wrapped around
cute.
your finger. Although I'm worried about how I can control the tension, but I don't know. I figured it'd give me, it's one of them things where like if I buy an item, then I go, okay, well now I can make Bubba's blanket because now I have this ring that I
Right.
didn't need at all.
Since he destroyed the other one.
Well, it happens. I need to
It
make
does,
it.
but then it kind of makes me sad.
I
It's
can
like,
see
you
if I can
have that
repair
blanket
it.
forever.
I guess it's pretty gnarly.
It is.
Like, I don't know. I'll see if I can repair it, but I knitted it, and so it's harder to repair knitting than it is
Yeah.
crocheting.
Okay.
But you can repair knitting by crocheting it.
You lost me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to like do a YouTube search
Yeah.
or something like. But yeah, I also haven't really like looked at it that hard to see if I can see what I need to do to repair it.
Yeah.
Not like I crochet like my dish rags. And so when they start falling apart, I just keep tying knots.
Right.
Because like at some point it just like keeps unraveling. So I
Right.
just like tie a knot in
Right.
it. And, all right, use that a little longer, cut that string off until they like slowly just get smaller and smaller. And then there's like, okay, I guess I gotta make more now.
Right.
But I have endless yarn.
But that can't take too long to like make a little rag.
No, I've been making a little octopus again.
Right.
Just for funs.
They're cute.
Yeah, they are. I
They're
put
cute
little
little
eyeballs
things.
on them. Yeah, maybe I should sell them online.
Etsy.
Yeah, but no, I don't
Right.
know.
Doesn't like things like that just sound so
Time consuming.
right.
Or
Like, it's a lot.
I don't even know. Yeah, because what do I have to pay taxes on them or
Right.
something? Like I don't even.
How
Can
much
I just
does
get the
this
money?
yarn cost
How are
versus
they
my
gonna-
time
Yeah.
versus
They're gonna pay me on Apple Pay. Would
Right.
be great. I don't.
right. I have no idea.
Not trying to
Honestly,
put
the
it-
sweatshirt stuff kind of like overwhelmed me.
yeah, it was like it wasn't rough, but it was rough.
It was.
I don't even know why. Like it was just the technology.
Yeah, the
It's the
technology,
technology.
and people forgetting to order, and then they've reached
Yeah.
out after, and I'm like,
do you know how
okay.
many people have been like, "Hey, where can I get one?" And I'm
Yes.
like, "Hey,
Okay, so I which I thought maybe I asked my mother-in-law, but maybe I forgot. Maybe I left her out of like
Oh,
the
like-
text because she was like, I would like a
whatever."
sweatshirt. So I did reach out to Bolt Cutters, and
Okay.
he said, "Well, how many people? I'll see what I can do." So
Oh, so okay, because also, somebody asked me for a hooded sweatshirt,
oh,
but that's probably a whole different cracker box or whatever.
I don't know.
I mean,
We
yeah.
can ask.
Yeah, because they were like actually two different people. I think were like,
Okay.
well, if you had hooded ones, I would have been interested, but I don't really like crew necks. And I was like,
Who doesn't like a crew neck?
Yeah, I
Look at
was
how
like-
cozy I am. I don't have a hood in my back. Messing with me.
I mean, I do love a good hoodie.
Okay, so let's like get a second list together.
Okay, and we'll have to hold them to it.
Yeah.
you
So
know.
if you guys want one, please. This is the last ask.
this is it, you guys are fucked if you don't do it after this.
Right, and it's not even guaranteed. We just need to get the full list. I'll
Right.
send it to Bolt Cutters. They will say yes or no, or say only this amount. And
Right.
if that's the case, whoever it's first come first serve.
Yeah.
At that point.
So get a hold of us and let us know whichever way you can get a hold of us. Insta, TikTok, phone, just regular. Dial
Right.
dial
Just
my
let us
digits.
know.
Don't call me. I don't really like that.
Yeah,
Just
don't.
text me.
Don't call me either. I'm not a phone caller.
You know what? I don't. It's one of those like first world problems or whatever. It fucking infuriates me when I'm listening to my AirPods and my phone starts ringing and then it goes, "So and so is calling. Do you want to answer it?" And I go, "No."
That's what I do too.
Like, don't shut the fuck up. Don't ask me. I can hear it that the phone's ringing.
I decided that for the most part, I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb
Oh,
a lot of the time. Like, a lot of the time.
yeah.
And there's only a select few that can get past,
Nice.
which is you, Flint, Darby, Dusty, my dad, Hunter, Austin.
because who else needs to be calling you at any time of the day or night? Nobody.
No.
I keep my phone on just in case I get a call from jail because my dad's girlfriend is there again. I think we should end it on that.
Let's end it on that.
Love you.
Love you. Cheers. Our adrenals are cleansed. Thank
I
you,
gotta-
cicadas.
I gotta pee real bad.
Me too.
Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour, where